Guys, if you worked this hard at a legit job, you wouldn't need to be criminals.
Ah, Spider-Man, what a joy it is to just listen to your commentary. With a second game coming out in the near future, I wanted to take the opportunity to jump in and discuss the PlayStation 4 best-selling game with over 20 million copies sold. So let's jump in and discuss Marvel's Spider-Man. Now, the story for this game takes place several years after Peter has become Spider-Man, having become an experienced superhero taking down many villains over the years. And the story starts having you go up against one of the classic Spider-Man villains in Wilson Fisk, having the chance to finally take him down. But this creates an open spot to have another gang and supervillain come in and try and take over, causing much devastation throughout the city, and leaving Peter feeling personally responsible to stop all the problems happening across his city and to put a stop to any more potential danger. And over the course of the game, you'll see Peter go up against many well-known supervillains, such as Rhino, Vulture, Scorpion, Electro, just to name a few of them. And even occasionally through the many side missions, you'll see some smaller supervillains pop up, such as Tombstone and Screwball. But of course, Peter's not alone in his fight to protect the city, having characters such as Mary Jane and Captain Yuri helping him out during his Spider-Man activities, as well as being able to interact with characters such as Dr. Octavius or Aunt May when he's just walking around as Peter Parker. And also, I'd like to think that nothing encourages him to do better as Spider-Man than listening to J. Jonah Jameson talk nonsense about him on the radio, just wanting to prove that he can be better than anything that is said about him. And it's worth noting that you're not just locked into having the one story, as this game comes with 3 DLC stories which all link together, focusing on Hammerhead revitalising the mob and taking over the city. And with each episode, it leans towards focusing on a single character. With the first one, the Heist, bringing in Black Cat. The second one, Turf Wars, focuses a bit more on Captain Yuri. And finally, in the third one, we see Silver Sable going up against Hammerhead. But whether you're playing the DLC or the main game, you're just in for a great time over around, with an amazing story, some awesome cutscenes, some great voice acting and soundtracks. Insomniac Games really just know how to tell a great superhero story. Now, whether you're playing on the PS4 or the upgraded PS5 version, this game looks amazing and just runs smoothly, especially when it comes to the extremely fun web swinging. And when it comes to the web slinging, they just absolutely nailed it. It is so fun. This game comes with a decent sized map as you swing from one end of New York to the other. And it is split into districts, such as Harlem or Central Park and so on. And although it does have some fast travel, the web slinging is just so well done and fun that I'll spend the 5 minutes, 10 minutes, however long it takes to swing from one side of the map to the other rather than use the fast travel. And as you're swinging through the city, it makes it easier to keep on top of the crime encounters, as they are the only activity in the game that doesn't have a location marker. They just randomly appear, which can be frustrating if you're swinging around in the district trying to complete them all to get enough tokens to unlock a suit, or if you're trying to 100% the game and they're just not showing up or they take a while to show up. But that was just a minor annoyance for me, swinging around while I was trying to unlock a specific suit. It just felt very time consuming. Once these crime encounters are started though, they generally have you fighting several types of enemies from one of the factions throughout the game. And this is done by giving us some nice smooth combat, similar to what was found in the Batman Arkham Styles games, although it's not quite the same. There are some difference but a lot of similarities. And on top of just fighting and defeating all the enemies, generally with crime encounters, base encounters, whatever you have, you're generally given a couple of extra tasks to complete, whether it's web enemies to a wall or perform air combos or whatnot, as a chance to give you more tokens to earn. And there's several types of tokens that you can earn throughout the game. Like we've said, you've got the crime encounters, your base encounters. Taskmaster sets up a bunch of challenges throughout the city based around stealth, disarming bombs, or straight up combat against a group of enemies. And then you have your collection activities such as finding Peter's backpacks around the cities with memorabilia or gadgets that he's left there throughout the years. And also you have the research stations where you go through and collect research and try and make them seem useful so that Oscorp doesn't shut them down. And finally you have the option to go around and take pictures of the city, special landmarks such as the Brooklyn Bridge. And these tokens are used for a variety of different things, such as unlocking and upgrading different web gadgets to give Peter a different variety of webs that he can use in fights, unlocking suit mods, or unlocking suits themselves to give Peter a variety of different looks, different suits from different series, many of which come with their own suit ability, an extra powerful attack that can help take out enemies much quicker. And like many games, this game also comes with a skill tree where you can upgrade a variety of different abilities to make Peter stronger, done so by leveling up and earning ability points. And on top of all the base activities you can do, there are some secret Easter eggs and pictures that you can take throughout the game, such as visiting Uncle Ben's grave, or, stopping by the Avengers Tower. And as well as with the DLC, many of the tasks that have appeared throughout the main game also show up in a somewhat different variety, but still familiar way throughout the DLC. And on one final note, when it comes to the gameplay, it's worth pointing out that while only in small periods of the game, you actually get to play as either MJ or as Miles. It's not all just based around Peter. And these do great moments for the story, given a different point of view, or even to some degree a setup for the next game. But overall, it's just interesting to see a different perspective of everything that's going on, rather than just seeing it from Peter's view all the time. And that's it. That's my thoughts on Marvel's Spider-Man. Definitely an enjoyable game, and I'm excited to see what happens in the next one. Let me know about your thoughts on the game, whether you're excited for Spider-Man 2 coming out soon, and I hope to catch everyone in the next video.